So Keelan's finally getting his birthday present.
I'm Keelan and this is Sarah. We have been fishing, surfing, full driving our way around Australia for the past year now. Meet Percy and Keith Urban, our trusty steeds. Subscribe to join our adventure. In this episode we make our way from Melbourne all the way down to the Mornington Peninsula.
So Keelan's finally getting his birthday present. Where are we?
Firstly, g'day guys, welcome back. So today we're in Melbourne, we've come into the city and I am probably the most excited that I've been in a long bloody time, maybe even years. Today we're surfing the wave pool at Urban Surf here, so it'd probably be the thing that we recommend to do. I haven't done it yet.
I love how you're saying we.
My heart is pumping. Like, it's a mechanical wave pool, so my whole life I've wanted to surf one of these things. Just to give you some clarification, the ocean is so unpredictable and sometimes you never even get a good wave, where this thing pumps out good waves. You guys will see, it's insane. Me living out my childhood dream. So let's go. So we've just come into Urban Surf. You've got to sign a non-disclaimer, which is always scary. Sign your life away, so if anything happens in the pool, they're not liable. Pretty much the floor is dead concrete, and as you'll see, the wave is actually quite powerful. It will hold you down. There are other settings, so here goes cruiser, beginner, intermediate and advanced, and then there's an expert level where it's like a slabbing left. There's also a left-hander brake as well, which is over the other side. The wave pool is literally in sort of like a diamond shape, and the waves peel either side, so if you're a goofy footer, you can go left, which is epic. The wave pumps out a set of waves and then it will stop. Everyone resets, waits for the next set of waves, and then you'll get another wave. The whole session's around about an hour long, which is, from what I hear, is long enough because you get buggered. You're just constantly surfing the whole time, paddling. So anyway, as you can see here behind us, this is an intermediate setting, so hopefully there's enough push in the wave to let me do a turn, but I can tell you what, my heart is racing. I'm so nervous, and yeah, I'm buzzing to get out there. Apparently the pool water is freezing. I've only got a short arm wetsuit as well, so it's going to be pretty bloody cold. Anyway, I'm going to probably suffer from a bit of shrinkage, but let's get out there and have a crack. That first session at Urban Surf definitely humbled me. It's a lot harder than it looks. Like, I've surfed the ocean my whole life, and just the other day on the Great Ocean Road, like, we were throwing punts and stuff in the ocean, like airs, and then you get to Urban Surf and coming into the session, I thought I was going to rip it to shreds, and then by the end of it, I realised that it's a lot harder than it actually looks. So if you are coming here for the first time, just take your expectations down a notch. It is a lot harder, and I recommend getting 2 sessions in the same day, just because if you bugger the first session up like I did, you've got a chance to come back again and redeem yourself. So I actually snapped the fin box out of my board, so I had to sprint in, grab a new board, and the time I got back out there, the session had already passed, 3 waves had gone, and you only get about 10, so it was done. I had the jitters, and I didn't get any good waves. So tonight, I'm hoping to redeem myself. These guys do night sessions, so it is pretty windy and cold, and I've only got a 2mm wetsuit, so that should be really interesting. But I've got an 8 PM session and 9 PM session, 2 hours to redeem myself. Last thing too, there's a little bar in here called the Ugly, what is it called? The Little Duck or something like that. Anyway, we're gonna have a drink with our good mates, just vanning it before my session. Obviously, I'm not gonna have any alcohol, I'll be having a Coke. Yeah, don't drink and swim, kids, especially when the ground is concrete out there. So let's get in there, we'll have a quick drink with our mates, and then we'll get suited up and have a quick rip. Let's go.
I've upgraded Keelan.
Stop, legends!
So cold.
There we go. see all dolphin swims today, and we're swimming with dolphins and seals, going on a yacht, and have a brewery tasting. However, typical Melbourne.
The weather is horrible, so it's literally just done a 180 and now it's fully on its head. It's pissing down
All day.
and it looks like it's not going to stop. So anyway, you make hay when the sun shines, and when the sun's not shining, I guess we're still going to make hay. So let's go out there and have some fun.
Caged, unsafe, lights on, I'm fading, angels on my move on, just move on. So deep, deep below, not alright. You cannot see, time's too slow. Can't keep fighting. Used to be free, but now I'm just so losing my mind. It's all in my head, it's all in my head. Not too long ago, myself felt a joy, not a pressure on my chest. I too, I got way too controlling. I don't wanna live a life like this. Going so deep, deep below, not alright. You get no sleep, time's too slow. Can't keep fighting. Used to be free, but now I'm just so losing my mind. It's all in my head, it's all in my head.
So embarrassing. What just happened?
I fell off. I love it because you're like, hold on. It's cold.
How cool were that seal tour? That was epic. So it's been a few days since we've talked on camera, and apologies for the lack of talking during that tour.
A few days. I feel like it's been like 2 weeks.
It's probably been a week. Nah, it probably hasn't been that long. But yeah, that tour was quite something. The weather definitely didn't turn it on for us that day, and
We
that's
thought it was going to be so crap because it was like we're driving there and it was pouring rain. Like, oh, for God's sake, you were kidding me.
Yeah.
Like, the one day we have something quite important, it's just pouring rain, but the 5mm wetsuits did the job.
Yeah, so we left this camera on the dry land, and yeah, it was too wet to take this one out, so we actually shot everything you saw just then on a GoPro, which is pretty cool. We submitted that to the GoPro competitions. We made the top final. It's out of 30 people, and if you sort of submit the best video to GoPro, you actually win 100 grand, which is pretty cool. But
and a contract, so you still have to like work for them.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But I don't think
pretty cool.
We're not going to be winning. I don't think, not with that weather. But the seals definitely turned it on. They were playful as. I've never swum with seals like that. They were fur seals, and fun fact, they were all males. And you'd think all the males would be very territorial and dominant, but they are only territorial and dominant when there's a female around. And like I said, they were all males. So when you get in the water with seals, just make sure they're all males. I don't know how that's physically possible. Maybe just roll them over and check their bits. Make sure they're all males and then get in the water with them, or you might get a chomp leg. Anyway.
They were actually all of the bachelors.
Yeah, anyway, we're talking shit. So we'd just come down to Mornington Peninsula. So this one's about an hour and a half out of Melbourne. You wouldn't believe it. There's absolutely no one around. There's no wind. The sun's even come out for a second for us. So we're staying at a camp called Rosebud Campground, and this one's actually run by the Mornington Peninsula Shire. It's $40 a night, but it has power and water and some facilities, which is really good. Dogs allowed, and there's quite a lot of people that are permies in here, permanent residents, so that's pretty cool to see. And this beach that we're on now is literally 50 metres away from our caravan, so that's super cool. So yeah, we're going to explore this little area. I'll put it on the map where we are. But yeah, what a spot, dead glass off, and we've got the whole beach to ourselves. How good's this?
So we're down at Sorrento Back Beach. This spot is pretty special because every day on low tide, all of these rock pools here are exposed. It's like crystal clear blue water. You can see everything at the bottom. It's so beautiful. Heaps of people out the back diving. Maybe there's some crayfish or something around, but what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go for a swim. It's very, very cold, but I'm hoping that because it's cold in the outside that the water's going to be warm. But
I doubt it.
I really doubt it too.
Ooh, it's colder than Santa's big toe.
It's like, oh, it's like I don't even move my arms and legs, I'm so cold. Free pedicure by the fish. They're loving it.
Probably looks really, really nice here, and it is, but that water is really cold. Sarah's bloody teeth are chattering. Anyway, this is such a sick spot. It looked pretty cool from the drone as well, which was impressive. The people that just were out diving just came in, so it's going to be interesting to see if they caught anything. But yeah, like I said, definitely put this one on your list. And
this is the next spot we could live.
Yeah. So far,
Streaky Bay,
Lawn,
here,
Torquay.
We've got expensive taste.
Yeah, all the places where the average house price is around $2 million, which is probably way out of our price range.
Apparently there is a house around here that's worth $40 million.
Yeah, insane. So that's international wealth. That's crazy. Yeah, so we're going to head off now. We're going to go check out the quarantine station. So it's out in the national park off the tip here, and it's free hopefully, but apparently there's some really impressive history. So let's go check that out.
quarantine camp that used to operate back in the late 80s. So a ship was out the back here, and they flew the yellow quarantine flag. And yeah, there's people being kookaburras and stuff. So people on the ship, they came in with measles. This is where they isolated, so pretty relatable to what's happening today with COVID. However, everything is pretty much unrestored. It's how it was when they left it. So there's all these buildings. People would come in. There's two different types of methods. They would burn some stuff and they would also steam things. So as you can see here, this is what they used to run as a conveyor belt. They used to chuck all their luggage and stuff down and it's all contaminated. I'm actually pretty scared to touch it just in case I get measles. I don't know what the half-life of measles is anyway. You get pushed straight into this kiln thing. I don't know if you can see that. And then yeah, it gets cleaned or burned pretty much. So it's pretty cool to come in here and see it. Definitely recommend doing it if you're in the Sorrento area.
And what did you say when I made you come in here?
I thought it was going to be boring, but it actually isn't. There's heaps of history in here, and yeah, it's pretty cool to see. So definitely come in and check it out.
So before we came in here, Keelan said, no, we're not taking the camera, this is boring, we're not filming it. And I literally felt like I was back in school when I'd say to the kids, oh my God, we're doing something fun today. And they're like, Miss, is it actually fun or is it teacher fun? So I feel like that's what Keelan did to me, but he's actually having fun.
So this is where they actually roll all their stuff in, you get cleaned or burnt. And there's a big chimney stack out the back here, obviously it goes into the air, but pretty cool, it literally hasn't been touched or anything. It's actually a bit spooky in here, to be honest with you. So this is where old Nate will build car mods to his 1859 Toyota Land Cruiser. Dual cab 79. Just be tinkering here, you know, bashing the leaf suspension back in, bloody doing some stuff with that thing. Check it out, got some old school. Got nails, all sorts of old stuff in here. Oh, come in here, this is where the good picks but
I've got other stuff to look at.
No. Check this out. So this is where the stack is. So up in here is the chimney, and I'm guessing this is just a big kiln room.
Oh God, this part is actually creepy.
Yeah. Get in.
No, thank you.
This joint's pretty cool. It's like it's still trying to tell you a story. Just on the coast here, literally seems like all these old joints, whether it's lawn bowls, bloody churches, they've all been parked up on the best bloody spot possible.
It's the settlers.
Yeah, it's crazy. They obviously chose their spots very wisely. You can tell why it's right on the ocean, but just about imagine the ships pulling up here, people getting off that have measles and other plagues, and then quarantining in here. It's insane, it's untouched, and you definitely have to come down and have a look.
So it's been an eventful few days. We've actually just been hit by a cold snap. It's currently 8 degrees in the middle of the day here in Victoria.
Not the van, no, we've got the aircon on 30 degrees.
You can probably hear it humming away there. Beautiful in here. Anyway, thanks for watching, legends. Go watch this video right here. It's one of our favourite adventures yet, and we'll see you next time. Yoo!